Hi everybody, it's Yoni Zofan again. Still working from home. Today is Tuesday, June 23rd. IGS is starting to open our office up back after 4th of July, but throughout the summer I'm going to be home with my kids and working from our bedroom. I thought I'd take today's video commentary and talk about really what I see as a tale of two different seasons. And not so much the actual weather that we've seen, but more what's happening for trading for the futures prices for natural gas and electricity for this coming summer, for the rest of this summer, as well as for the upcoming winter. And what we'll define the summer as is July through October, and winter is November through March. So the November is kind of that borderline, but we'll call November through March the traditional winter season. What's really interesting is if we look out from January 1st of 2020 through today, we've seen some very interesting trading patterns amongst these two seasons. Let me explain. The July through October 4 months, they averaged 228 back in the beginning of January. Today, they're trading at 178. That means that they're down 50 cents per MMBTU, prices in the financially traded world that you could hedge today for the NYMEX portion. Those prices are down 50 cents over the almost 6 months. On the other hand, November 20 through March 20, the winter prices, they started at 258 and now they're at 276. They are up 18 cents over that same time period. So the premium from the winter to the summer was 30 cents and now it's 98 cents, nearly $1. The obvious question is, why is this happening? And really it's because there's two completely separate, two separate happenings occurring at the same time. One is COVID. We're all very aware of COVID and its impacts. And for the energy world, it means demand destruction. As businesses like IGS close, and more importantly, manufacturing closes, the amount of natural gas consumption and power consumption from manufacturing businesses has dropped significantly. That drop in demand means reduction in price, right? Lower demand equals lower price in that supply-demand balance. Well, lower price is what we're seeing in this summer, right? And now that we're starting to see businesses starting to come back online, that reduction, maybe that's coming to an end. We'll have to see how that goes, right, over the coming months. What if there's a second wave? Who knows? A lot to be determined there. But the reason why summer pricing is down is very much related to COVID and the demand destruction that resulted from it. On the other hand, winter prices have been surging, and that's certainly not a result of COVID. So what's happening? And the answer there is, at the same time that COVID hit, we saw the OPEC versus Russia price war on crude. And the impact of that price war was felt in the US, in the areas where we drill for crude The price got so low that people decided we can't, the drillers, the producers, they said we can't drill for crude at these prices. So they decided they're going to ramp down production over time. And we've seen production come off, and the expectations for production to continue to come off in the future. And that's what's impacting the upcoming winter. It's not the COVID piece, it's the reduction in crude drilling. And more specifically, when we reduce our crude drilling, it impacts the amount of natural gas that gets drilled as an associated gas that comes up with the crude. So with it being not economically viable to drill for as much crude, we see less natural gas coming out of the ground in the future. That's less supply. Less supply equals higher price. What we're seeing is two completely opposite events impacting two different seasons in two very different ways. And what it's creating is a very large price gap that we haven't seen for quite some time in the energy world. We're seeing almost $1 difference between the summer and the winter. That used to be commonplace, but anymore, that's not the case with as much electric demand is needed for air conditioning in the summertime. Natural gas is really a year-long fuel at this point, and we typically see that delta around that 30-cent mark that we saw in the beginning of January. Right now, it's trading at almost $1 difference between the two, but not unintentional. Two very different reasons happening. Hope this has been helpful, and we'll talk to you soon. Thanks. Have a good day.